Tick number 2. Okay, working on the hips today, low back. I just switched the camera the other way because it wasn't working very well. You didn't see my whole body. So, first things first, calf stretch, calf stretch. 2 ways doing it, well, a couple ways actually, more than 2. So, find the muscle right here. Find the muscle, then either hip on the floor. You could even explore, maybe you find it this way, kind of tender area, and then pause. Or hips up like so, find the tender area. Or you can put even leg on the top of the other one and then find tender area, hold 30 seconds to a minute. So this way, a couple people told me that hands getting tired, it's already a workout, not a bad thing necessarily, but some people don't like it. So you choose what's the best for you. Okay, so ladder calf, find it, either hips on the floor, find it, you can find it like this way too. I'm pointing my toe outward. I'm kind of external rotation of the hip. Find it, maybe put another leg on it, still hips on the floor or hips up high, and then now you're rolling. Rolling means you're massaging basically and exploring and finding the muscle. When you're holding it, you're actually working on a stretch. Good. And hips up. Very good. Now, with a foam roller, finding TFL. Found something on the floor. Finding TFL. So hip bone, lateral side of the hip bone, this muscle right here. TFL first and then IT band. First you find the muscle and then hold it for 30 to 60 seconds. Find the most tender area of the IT and then holding for 30 seconds. First TFL. So I am not all the way on my side. I'm not also like on my in front. I am kind of laterally, kind of in a corner of my hip. And then I know where is that muscle, and you find it and you will feel it immediately too. So hold it there. Find it. You could even roll it a little bit back and forth, or even hips back and forth this way. Find it, hold it, breathe. And then straight from it, and normally I'm walking off the camera a little bit, and I'm walking on the corner of my thigh, finding the most tender area, and then pause. Okay? Or I'm going to come back a little bit towards the camera, like so, and then it's like almost like a plank, like a leather plank, finding the area, and then pause. Good, and then I go straight to the other side. First, I'm gonna find TFL, back up towards the hips. Okay, up towards the hips. TFL, underneath my hip bone, a little bit towards the side of the hip bone. And then I'm gonna pull up my hips and I go to IT. And then I'm gonna go ahead, go straight. My thighs are on a foam roller, and I go back and forth towards my knees. It's like a plank position. Try not to arch your back here, so not like this. So you wanna squeeze your glutes a little bit. Your core should be slightly engaged. Definitely don't arch your back here. We're not trying to do that. And then pause. Perfect. Next one. Let's see what's next. And piriformis is a gluteal muscle. Let's find sitting on a foam roller, making figure 4. My right hand is on the floor, right heel is on the top of the left knee. And then I'm rolling on my gluteal muscle, going back and forth, find the most tender spot, and pause. Very good. And then from here, I am on my left hip, left heel to the right knee, holding my shin. You could do it this way too, it's totally fine. Some people feel like they're losing their balance. It's fine to hold it this way or this way, as long as you actually feeling the gluteal muscle, you're finding that you're holding it. Perfect. Next one is standing calf stretch. And then the way we're gonna do it, hold on to the wall, like so. I'm staggering my feet, my back heel is on the floor, and I push that heel towards the floor while I'm pushing my hips towards the front. So you should feel a calf stretch, back calf stretch, which is my right one at the moment. So you straighten up that knee as much as you can, pushing the heel down to the floor and hips towards the front slightly. And then we're gonna switch, holding 30 seconds. Perfect. Next one is floor piriformis, which is the gluteal stretch. And we're gonna make that figure 4, like so. So I'm gonna put my right heel on the top of my left knee, and then push my right knee out. 2 hands grabbing behind my left knee, but I'm trying to relax here on the floor, like so. And then if I don't feel a good stretch, which I am feeling pretty good actually, I'm gonna pull in my left knee towards my left shoulder. But I don't need to do that because I'm already stretching it. So don't push it too much, just enough that you're feeling a good stretch. That's all you need. Yeah, so you're holding in your around your left knee, but the stretch is in your right side. So in my right hip, I'm feeling the stretch. Interlace the fingers. Sometimes some people need to use the band here, or the yoga band, or yoga strap, or you could use really anything, towel. I'm switching sides. What am I doing? So here, left heel on the top of the right knee. If you don't feel a good stretch, pull that right knee towards your right shoulder. My left hip is tighter than my right one, okay? All right, now breathe. So your head should be on the floor. If it's not, please use the prop, anything. Perfect. Next one is hip flexor stretch. Kneeling hip flexor stretch. Okay, so you can put something underneath your knee that won't hurt. Most people like that to cushion it up. My back toe is under. Let's see. No, turn this way. Okay, so my right toe is under. It doesn't have to be, but it can definitely. Some people feel pain in the knee. If you don't, it's fine. This way is okay too. This way is slightly better. Both work. So I'm squeezing my glute under. I'm tucking my hips under. So I'm tucking. So I'm doing this motion. I'm tucking like a tailbone. Like if I would have a tailbone underneath, like a dog. This is what I'm doing. Very important. If it's kind of difficult to understand, reach out to me or watch some of my videos. I think I've been doing so many videos about this. So I'm tucking my hips under, and then I push my hips forward, feeling a stretch either right in front of the hip, or maybe even here in the quads too, maybe both. So good posture, breathe. So I'm not just standing here doing nothing. All I'm doing, I'm tucking my hips under actively, and I push my hips forward. So I don't want to be like this. This is something else. So I'm tucking here, push hips forward, I can't go any further. And I'm staying here. So tucking, pushing. Without you seeing that I'm doing anything, that's what I'm doing while I'm looking at them not doing anything. So, and then of course we're gonna go ahead and do other side, a little bit this way. I'm cushion underneath my knee, and I'm tucking my hip under, and I push my hip forward slightly, and I'm feeling hip flexor stretch right here. We could add a couple things from here, but at the moment this is what it is. Let's keep it simple, keep it that way. Good, and breathe. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Okay, I'm gonna pause it just for a second. Okay, back in hip activation. Corrective exercises. Now we're gonna add a band. It's a pretty strong band for me. You could use a mini band. You can double it up if you need to or not. Make it just a little bit lighter. And we are going to go ahead and do, there are many exercises we can do. I choose one of the exercises good for balance. It's also good for working on hip abductors, which are glute medial. I'm gonna hold on to something just because it's a little bit for balance, but I want to really feel my glute medial muscles because these are very overlooked muscles. I want to work on that. So I am stepping back slightly, so 45 angle, and from here I'm going to bring my bent knee up. I'm contracting this muscle, glute medial, from there. Toe to the floor or not, it's up to you. I like to hold on to the floor slightly, up and release. So I start feeling my other hip, which is my balancing hip. Up and release. Okay, and then up. I'm gonna go for 10. Let's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All I'm doing, going diagonal. Yeah, other side. Not to the back, not to the side, diagonal. I step back, pushing hips, my lower back is nice and straight, not curved at all. I'm looking forward slightly. Inhale, going diagonal. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, very, very good. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead, athletic stance. I'm squeezing my hands, interlacing my hands, squeezing my hands. Inhale and exhale out, and I'm holding for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick release. Slightly knees towards each other, not in exaggeration, just a little bit. Knees out. My lower back is nice and straight. I'm not curving it like so. If I do that, start feeling my lower back immediately. And 10, 9, 8, 7. You should start feeling everything in the hip here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And quick release. If you have to, you could even stand up for a second. We're gonna go ahead and do 2 more. Hips back, knees are inward at the moment, and I'm gonna push it out. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And either stand up or just release with your knees. And 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And you are done with that one. We can always progress from here or regress, depends what we need to do. And then next one, we are going to work on functional movement. Everybody should do these movements either with bands, with kettlebells, dumbbells, anything really, or just the body weight too. All right, so I'm stepping on the band. Okay, so I push my hips back, my lower back is straight, not curved, and all I'm doing is hinges like so. I'm not gonna even do the rows at the moment. I'm gonna show you that in a second too. So here, inhale, I'm pushing my hips back, my knees above the ankles. Look forward slightly. Inhale, and then when I'm standing up, I'm crushing my glutes and then trying to squeeze my lats and contract my lats, which are the back of the armpits. Squeeze it tight and hold. And then one more like so. Inhale, exhale. And then I am going to do the row from here. Inhale, my pivot posture, low back is straight, eyes 45. I'm going in for the row, squeezing shoulder blades together, and then I'm hinging, glutes under. Squeezing, no rushing here. Squeezing glutes, let's squeeze and tight. Perfect posture, my knees are underneath my hips. Good, let's do 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. So a couple more things here. We have to do floor bridge. Everybody should do them according to their strength level and knowledge. So I'm staying here on the floor. Low back is on the floor. So my hand is not really going through my low back here. I'm pushing my low back to the floor. Knees are wide, feet straight. So from here, when I'm doing the bridge, I push my hips high without moving my hip position, like so. So I'm gonna take my hand away from here. So I don't wanna, so from here, right now I'm arching. A lot of people go from here to the bridge. So that's a no-no. I'm pushing my lower back to the floor, here like so. And from here I start bringing my bridge up high. It goes as far as it can go. I'm squeezing my glutes. And then I lower, lowering from the top towards the tailbone. Again, I push my lower back down. That engages my core. And I push my hips up high. I'm squeezing my glutes, holding, and release. 2 seconds hold up top. Inhale. See, I'm pushing my lower back to the floor, going up and high, holding, knees are wide, feet straight, holding, and release. 2 more. Low back to the floor, each and every time. And push it up, hold, squeeze your glutes, slow release. Last one. Low back to the floor, bringing hips up high. I'm holding up 2 seconds, 2-3 seconds. And slow release, starting from the top of the spine, coming down to the tailbone. Very good. Another one here is I'm gonna go ahead and do sideline exercise for glute medial, which I didn't do it earlier, so I'm gonna do it now. So side plank, don't slouch like this, right? So you're gonna be nice and strong from here. My top leg goes behind, both knees are straight. My toe is on the floor, heel elevated. I'm engaging my core from here, and then bring my heel up first. All I'm doing, I'm bringing heel up first, and heel is leading. So I don't want to go like this. Not now. Heel is leading, and I am doing my glute medial. Not just that, all the hip strengthening exercise. Hold, slow release. Hold, slow release. Okay, and I can go ahead and the other side. Not slouching. My elbow and shoulder is aligned. I'm stepping back with my top leg, heels elevated. I'm leading with my top heel. You could add band to it if you feel like too easy. Very good. I'm gonna check was there anything else I have to show. Bridge and some mobility drills I'm gonna show too, and I could show now. Like time wise, could show now too. So ideally, I wanna hold on to something. I'm squeezing my elbow. I'm pinning my elbow to my rib cage. Everything tight and squeezed. Bring my knee up to 90 with the tension. Everything, core is engaged, everything is under tension. Bring it to the side. I don't want to arch my back here and floor. Inhale up, big circle, 90 angle, floor. Inhale all the way out, as far as you can go. Big circle. If you do it right, after this, which is like 5 or 6 normally I do, you should be out of breath. Last one. Up top, behind you, side, big circle, big circle, big circle, and floor. Outside. Okay. Elbow pin to the side, squeezing my glutes, chin is good, back from here, 90 angle to the side, all the way behind and down. Back behind, don't arch your back, to the side, to the front and floor. To the side, floor. 2 more. Last.